Recording. Woohoo! Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for hopping on. And this is our new day. We are now meeting up Sunday evenings at 8 o'clock Alaska time. And then the first Sunday of every month is going to be 6 o'clock Alaska time to kind of give a little bit better time frame for our lower 48ers because we love you and we want to still stay connected. So, we are going to hop on here and we are going to get started. Ember is going to jump in and talk about Metaburn. I almost said just Metaburn instead of saying Ember. I just like almost mushed the two. And then we're going to dive into a little bit of training. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday night. If you are in Alaska and watching the rewatch, I hope by the time you're watching this that the air is cleared up because it is so smoky. All right, Ember, take it away. Let's rock and roll.
All right, so I was hoping to have tried this by now, but I haven't yet. But Metaburn is great for belly fat. So if you have some stubborn belly fat, this is for you. My cousin got a sample in her welcome pack, and now she gets it every month because she loves it.
Nice.
But it is, so if you have excess weight that you want to burn, use Metaburn. It is the all-new product that helps to improve body composition and increase caloric expenditure to target stubborn belly fat and put even your loftiest weight loss goals within reach.
Yes.
And it has mood-enhancing ingredients plus a little energy boost, and you can be trimmer, slimmer, and lighter without feeling tired, cranky, or jittery. You can look great, feel great, and get back into those skinny jeans with Plexus Metaburn.
Woohoo!
Here's some benefits. It supports fat burning, improved metabolism, weight loss, positive mood, and improved energy. It contains grains of paradise, a member of the Zingiberacea family, which is in the ginger group that supports metabolic activity. It also has green tea leaf extract, which contains naturally occurring caffeine and supports health energy, and rhodiola, which is helpful for mood and energy levels. Yes. It is jitter-free, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian.
Woohoo! Metaburn is awesome. So I am happy to jump in here and share. When I first started it, I actually hated it. But I was taking it on an empty stomach, so it was messing with my stomach. And then we did some more research. So I did that for about a week. And then we did a little bit more digging and found out people were taking it with food. So it was like right after breakfast, I started taking it, and I love it now. I love it.
My only thing is I'm always hot. So I'm hesitant to take it because I hear you like start sweating with it, and I'm already hot as it is.
Right. It is a thermogenic, so it will heat you up from the inside. Some people have said they don't feel it. I feel it because I tend to be a little bit, I don't know, I tend to go back and forth. I'll be a little bit cool, but Bell's playing. But I definitely feel it. So it's kind of but to me, I'm like, yes, burn the fat, burn the fat. so I get all excited. So, I don't know, maybe take it if it's something that like you're focused on, okay, I'm going to, like do laundry and clean the house and go for a walk. And this is going to be my exercise for the day. I'm going to take Metaburn on top of that. So you're just, compounding your exercise, I guess.
Would you take it with active or
yes, absolutely. And I have
at the same time or
yep. I took Metaburn. I took Metaburn right after breakfast, and I took and we eat late around my house, so I had breakfast about 10:30, and then I had an active around 1, so fairly close in proximity. I had breakfast at 10:30, so I probably didn't take the Metaburn until about 11:30, because I take it after I eat, and then I had the active around 1 or 2, so within pretty close proximity, and I loved it. Loved it. And that was especially on a day I think I had like 3 or 4 hours of sleep the night before, and then it was just like I could really think and function. So good stuff. Thank you, Ember. Awesome. All right, so get your hands on some Metaburn. I don't know if they are in the sample. We're getting new samples, and I know we've got like 7 sample packets now, so they might be in the samples with Slim. I'm not quite sure. I would have to look that up, but go check out Metaburn and get you some for sure. Give it a shot.
I just bought 3 bottles today.
Woohoo! And another thing is, people ask me all the time, like now we have a sampling system, but people have asked me in the past, well, do you sample it? And I'm like, 60-day money back guarantee. Just buy a bottle. I'm like, sample it, sample the whole thing.
I thought the 60 back money guarantee was only for welcome packs.
No, it is for any product.
Anytime?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Did not know that.
Yes, ma'am. Wonderful question. Yes, I'm so glad I could clarify that for you. So, I mean, I've been an ambassador for almost 5 years, and if they came out with something, or if I've never tried Accelerator. That's one product I've never tried personally. So if I tried Accelerator and hated it, I could send it back. So yes, you can, any product, anytime. That's right.
And when you're not satisfied with it and you want to send it back, do you pay the shipping? You just put it in a box and send it back, or how does that work?
They tell you to keep the product because it's an empty bottle guarantee, and you'll get your money back.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So they'll just refund you the money.
Oh, okay.
So yes, it's a very nice return, 60-day return policy. I love it. Okay, I wanted to share a little bit from convention. When I love Alec and Tarl together, they're so hilarious and they're super awkward on stage, but everyone loves it. Like, it's an awkwardness that now they know they have. Like, before, when they were first doing conventions, they didn't really know, but now they know they have this awkwardness, and it's just adorable now. Everyone just loves it. So now they play off of it a little bit, but I absolutely love Alec. Like, Tarl is extremely reserved. He's very, very quiet. You really don't know a whole lot about his personal life. I know that he has a son, and I know that he's now married to the girlfriend that he had for a long, long time, but you don't really know much more about Tarl. He'll tell stories here and there, but Alec is like an open book. Like, he tells all his stories. You know, he has these kids, and he's been married and blah, blah. And he's been married for like, I think 34 years or so. Anyway, he just has great stories. And so I love it when Alec gets up to speak at convention. And so he started sharing, he shared about the bird dog. There was this bird dog that was on his grandparents' property. And they played football. They played football out in the field. And this bird dog, he was like 6 or 7 years old, Alec was. And this bird dog would come and find him and bite him on the butt. And it was like every single time he went to visit his grandparents. And he loved going there. He loved being with his grandparents and his cousins and his aunts and uncles. It was like, oh, it's fun. But he always had to go and face Butcher, because Butcher like bit him probably 6 times on the butt. So he used that, though, and he said, we all have butchers in our life. It's fear and doubt or self-loathing or all kinds of different things that we have to face every single day. And I just loved that analogy. We all have butchers in our life. And he said, you know, when Butcher died, everyone was sad, but I did a party in my backyard and celebrated. And he goes, but I'm thankful for Butcher because he taught me how to face real fears. So I love that story. And then he shared about a data analysis that they have in Plexus. She works in Plexus. And they met her and they loved her and they were like, yeah, she's going to be great. Well, as they got to know her after they hired her, they realized she was a Mexican immigrant. And so when she was 6 years old, she was the oldest daughter, not the oldest sibling, but the oldest daughter. And it was her responsibility to cook and clean and take care of her younger siblings. Her father was not the nicest person in the world. And so she went through and just kind of had to grow up quickly when she was younger. And when she was 18, her and her boyfriend made it to America, and they crossed the border, and she could not speak English, and they didn't have a job or anything. They found a room to live in, not a one-room apartment, but a room off of a friend's house to live in. And 3 months after getting there, she found out she was pregnant. And so the baby came and things were going good. And then her boyfriend just left and he went back to Mexico. And so here she was in America trying to figure out what in the world she was supposed to do. She got the equivalent to a high school diploma. She put herself through college. She learned English. She became an American citizen. And she didn't even have enough money at times to like buy Tylenol for the baby when the baby was sick. But Alec was just like, she is an amazing example of how we rise up. Like, no excuses. Yeah, I'm sure she had some bad days, but she rose up, and the whole convention was all about rising up. And I absolutely loved this story. And like, these stories remind me that I've got it good and I've got no excuses. And I'm like, if these people can make it, so can we. So I love the fact that he shared that story. And then she was there, and so she stood up and everyone was able to applaud her, and she was just, you could tell that she was just so grateful to be there and for how far she'd come. Have you guys checked up? So let me screen share really quick. Oh, let me get there. Hold on just a second so it's not confusing. I want to show, I think you guys have probably seen this, but I want to show you exactly where it is. Give me 2 more seconds. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Oh, of course. It signed me out. Give me 2 seconds here. So right. Okay, wait. I gotta do this. Always catches me every time. Okay, watch. Okay, catches me every time. It's 8 o'clock here. I'm like, whoa! Everything went back to 0. And that's because welcome to the month of July, and it's 8 o'clock in Alaska, just past 8 o'clock, and so everything resets because it's midnight on the East Coast. So yes, this is always nerve-wracking when you sign in and you're like, I worked so hard to get all those numbers up, and now they're to 0. Okay. Resource library. And right into our sharing system. Nope. It's step 1. Nope, it's step 2. Bear with me here. Okay, because of plexus, guys, go in and watch each and every one of these. But Connie Shutt is what Alex shared. He shared her story, and it is phenomenal. It's so great. It's like, I think it's 3 minutes maybe. A very, very powerful story though. And none of these, like, I think one is gold. I'm sorry, I think one is diamond. I know Connie was senior gold. Like, these are just stories that they have pulled from amazing people that have faced their fears, have faced huge adversity, and they rose up, they rised up. So go check these out, especially Connie's amazing story. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing for just a second here. But some things that I pulled from Alex's speech is when it's hard, we have got to dig deep and believe in ourselves. Eliminate self-doubt. Don't let the what ifs come in, like what if life was different, or if life was this or that. Get rid of that. Don't let that seep into our brains. Incredible changes happen in your life when you decide to take control of what you do have power over, instead of craving control over what you don't have power over. And I loved that. I said, that's such a truth there. Realize and recognize what you don't have control over, what I don't have control over, and let that go. And don't worry about that. Worry about the things you can control, and not even worry. Be mindful, and not about the things you can't. Alex shared a story about a guy who was in a car accident when he was just a boy, and it was extremely powerful. And I can link the YouTube video in the comments after this. But he was just a boy, and he was run over by a semi-truck, and he lost half of his body. And he, there were tears and just movement throughout the whole auditorium. This guy just rose up. Like, he did phenomenal things. Like, he's done things that I would never do, like run these crazy marathons and run over fire and mud, and I'm like, without any legs. Like, this dude rocks. But he's just such a powerful testimony of how we can do anything we put our mind to. And I loved how empowering Alec is and how much he believes in all of us to rise up and to share health and wellness with people and to impact people's lives. And that's what this is all about. How can we impact people's lives? Because that's what this company has done for me, not only physically, but I've had such a mental change in my life that I never would have had without the influence of Plexus. And when they say network marketing is personal development with a paycheck, it's 110% correct. Like, I'm a better person, I'm a better wife, I'm a better mom, I'm a better friend, all over because of network marketing and specifically Plexus. Because of the people that are in this company, the people that challenge me to do crazy things and not even just crazy things, just things that outside of my comfort zone. But this is what this company is about. How can we impact lives? And there's room for everybody, room for people that just want to get their products paid for or just want to be a customer. And then, people that want to make a few $100 every month or people that want to go all the way. Like, open arms. We're a customer-focused, customer-based business. And if people just want to be customers, that is 110% okay. I want to know how I can impact your life in that capacity, in the capacity that you want it. So love it. Alex says, create compassion for others. And I love this too, as I want our culture to be a culture of compassion, of understanding, of patience, and loving people right where they are. Not everybody is going to want to go all the way to the top twice like I do. And that's okay. So, that's totally fine. And I want to create that compassion and not push people where they don't want to be. Alex's grandfather was a janitor, and he said to treat everyone with respect, even the janitors in life, or maybe especially the janitors in life. But from the CEO to the janitor, you're treating everybody with respect. And I love that mindset. And I think I said this last time, but just one more time. While we were at convention, everyone, the people that were cleaning the bathrooms, the people that were picking up the trash, the people that were serving us food, every single person I would run into and have a conversation with were like, you guys are the best. You guys are so happy. Like, everybody we see from this Plexus group is always so kind. Like, you're the best group of people we've ever had. And I'm like, that's the legacy our company is building. We made eye contact with people. We thanked them. And this was not just us or Bill and Mitzi and Thomas and I. This was everybody Plexus wide. Like, they have respect for people, and that's the majority. You have to get up to rise up. This was huge for me because I'm going to be totally transparent here, which is super painful for me in this specific area of my life because I hate it about myself. I have the hardest time getting out of bed in the morning. I can find like 900 reasons to stay in bed. And so when Alex said that you have to get up to rise up, like, it was like, oh, that was spoken straight to my soul. You got to get out of bed. I have stuff printed and put on my wall. And one of them is don't stay in bed unless you can make money in bed. And that's like in my face. I need to see that. Get out of bed. You've got to get up to rise up. And so I loved that. And it's so true. And the point of that, maybe you're a morning person, you can get out of bed, or maybe that's not an issue that you struggle with. But what is a habit that you've got to get out of to rise up? And there's habits out there that we've got to eliminate. And I know, so many people are like, I had to break up with Netflix, and I had to break up with my, cat video relationship, or whatever it is, that you have to get out of so you can spend your time intentionally. And this is like, and I'm like talking to myself here, because this is what I have to say to myself over and over again. We got to get up to rise up. What do I need to eliminate to rise up? Life is hard. We all have our own challenges. Our greatest glory, I loved this. Our greatest glory is not, and by the way, all the little quips I'm saying, this is all from Alec. This is none of my genius here. Our greatest glory is not in falling, but in rising every time we fall. And I'm like, that's right. I never want to waste a failure. I learned that in our coaching back in March. Don't waste a failure. Learn from it. Look back on it and go, all right, I failed. I messed up, because we know we're going to say the wrong thing. We're going to do the wrong thing. It's going to happen. So, okay. And I did that recently. I looked back at a message I sent in February, I think. And I had allowed myself to get irritated with this person. And I sent a message when I was irritated. And I didn't think I was being irritated at the time, but then I looked back and read it and I was like, ew, I was irritated. So I realized, wow. So I just apologized to the person. I was like, you know what? I looked back at our conversation and I realized that I should not have sent that. And I apologize for the way I came across. And, but don't waste a failure. Figure out what we've done and let's fix that. And just learn from it. We need each other's help. I think this is so true. Like I say all the time, I learn so much from you guys. I learn from your perspective. I value your perspective and your point of view. And I don't see, I don't see things the way everyone else sees things. And that's the beauty of working together. And I think that that's one thing that I love, the one plexus mindset, where we're together in this towards a common goal and really supporting each other. Okay. Let's jump in real quick. I want to go over, I'm going to screen share again. I want to go over, okay, so let me come back up here. Okay, so we've gone over the get started, the live it, love it, track it. Did I show you guys, I showed you guys this, right? This is the live it, love it, track it that you can print for your people. And because they added, that's the script. Hold on. There we go. Hold on.
I want
No, are you eating dog food? Go put that away right now.
I want
Aubrey, I need you to go sit down with Aubrey. No, I'm not printing pictures. Stop. I'm not printing pictures right now. Go pick out the movie. You can go pick out the movie now. Shut the door, please. Sorry. Our Nourish One mission. Okay, so we went over all this. The Live It, Love It, Track It was new from convention. I wanted to make sure we touched on everything here. Establishing healthy habits. I think that we went over that. This is Shoshana Easling. And these are the really fun, quick videos. Like this one's exactly a minute long. And she's just talking about habits here.
I love that these amazing Plexus products are full of herbs, enzymes, and probiotics. And you know what I love is they're about core health. And with that, it allows us to build healthier lifetime habits, not just taking it for a moment, not taking it for a week or a month, but actually taking it and thinking, how can I have a lifetime habit that's going to change, making a happier and healthier me? So with the Plexus Slim, for instance, I love being able to take this. And when I have that willpower to say no to foods, then I do. And by doing that on a regular basis, my food habits change. And it's so incredible to work with that tool and create lifetime habits that I'm going to keep and teach my children.
So what I love there is her wording. Just soaking up some of this wording, lifetime habits, that's what we're changing. Herbs and what did she say? Herbs and enzymes, probiotics, and herbs. Use those, that wording is golden with what she's saying there and talking about our products. Where did it go here? Okay, so that was, establishing how to start Plexus products, how to start, what is the difference between the two? Is there a difference? So that's episode 4. She starts about there. Hold on just a second. Is that the same? That might be the same thing, but I want to make sure. Okay, so that's the triplex. So how to start Plexus products. Those two are labeled the same, but this is the triplex. So we've got the Slim Microbiome Activating Core Health and Weight Loss video, Slim Hunger Control, how to mix it. That's a cute video. It's hilarious. X Factor Plus product claims. Ooh. Okay, this one's a little longer. We won't listen to the whole thing. I just want to get a taste of it.
X Factor Plus is a great multivitamin, one of my favorite of the Plexus products. Thyroid conditions, it may imply that this product treats thyroid conditions. Do you want the responsibility of someone's thyroid health on your conscience? I don't think so. What you can say is X Factor Plus supports a healthy thyroid. What if I
Yep, so this is great, again, for wording and staying compliant. Now remember, these are things that in public or on your Facebook page, you can't say it heals the thyroid. Don't say heals for anything. But you can, remember that you can share testimonies that are not compliant in private messaging. So don't feel handicapped here. Just remember, oftentimes even saying Plexus X Factor Plus supports a healthy thyroid. It is phenomenal, and I've got some amazing stories. Like that catches somebody's eye. You've got a product and the word thyroid, which touches so many people. So don't be afraid to use those words. Just remember, say it publicly the way we're supposed to. You can share testimonies that speak straight to them privately. So excellent wording there again. When to take BioCleanse, product claim, monthly training calendar. So here's our monthly training calendar for June and July. So starting, let's see, this is June. So on the 1st, we've got Leaders in Action and Motivation Monday. So these two, and then the product call, Slim Down Winners. Okay, and then the product call is going to be happening then too. And the little bubbles are all explained down here. The U.S. Ambassador Community and where they're going to be. U.S. Ambassador Community Facebook Live in English, and then it'll be in Spanish as well. Plexus Worldwide Facebook page. So is that, okay, so opportunity call. And that is the ones that we can invite our people to. So if you're curious what's going on, this is a great place to find it. Okay, there was one I wanted, something new that they gave us, product catalog. Oh, the Healthy Business Workbook. I think this was what I wanted to touch on too. So if you guys haven't gotten back in here, this is something they gave us at convention as well. And this workbook is great. No matter where you are on Plexus journey, these healthy habits are the best activities to help you grow your business. I love this, and you can like either just have it handy in digital form or print it out and keep yourself accountable. You know, put the names of the people you're sharing with, and did you send something? Did you share something? Did you invite them to something? And then right there is the key. All those beautiful little follow-ups. So if you're not using Dough, or if you're not, and even if you are using Dough, this is a nice way to just kind of like physically do something as well if you'd like to. So I love the sharing system, and this kind of breaks down the sharing system and helps you see what it looks like. And then it's just leads continued. And then other activities, goals, asks, sends, shares. Did you text, send a video, share yours or another ambassador's product testimony, schedule weekly experience. And Mitzi and I have been talking about that, so here's just some more action goals. And you can print this and have it handy. I loved that they provided that for us at convention this year. Welcome. Okay, I wanted to go through, so we've covered all of that together. These are our popular products. Product catalog, we know the catalog. Plexus Print, this is where you can print all kinds of stuff, brochures, business cards. The Plexus webinar handout. Oh, this is not, okay, so this is just a printable for you to take notes during the webinar. Learning takes place by doing, and we are here to help you get started doing. Use this handout to keep track of important nuggets of information and plan your next action steps. So any of our webinars that we have, and in the ambassador community, they have them weekly. So that's just a handout for that. That's the digital success kit. You get this when you first sign up, but you get it in physical form. So this is the interactive catalog. You can download this one. Product cards, the product cards that you get in your digital, in your welcome kit when you first sign up. These are just them that you can have handy. You can download this straight to your phone and just, you know, okay, what are the key components of my talking points for slim hunger control? And it's just kind of something nice to be able to have handy. How to cars in the healthy business, social media basics. So this video, did we watch this one together yet? The social media basics? Did we watch that one? Okay. So, yep, so we are pretty much done with the start here, start now. And they just added those couple of new things, the monthly training calendar and the healthy business workbook from convention. So I wanted to make sure we covered those. Oh, and the live it, love it, track it. Okay, scripts workbook. Have you guys dove into this yet? Okay, a little bit. This is so cool. And like the wording that we are seeing in here is that like so similar to what we are learning with K-Coach and with the Ray Higdon group. There's a little bit of changes I have been making, and again, kind of working through what is authentic for you. So for the first little bit, we were kind of saying, would you be interested in a side project? And it felt like we were being a little bit elusive, and it didn't feel completely authentic in how we were approaching that. So Thomas and I are working on some wording, and basically I want to approach it more with, hey, I'm not sure if this would be something you'd be interested in. My husband and I run, my husband and I are full-time homeschooling parents, and we also run a little side gig. It's health and wellness business, and our products are Plexus. Have you heard of them? And you'll be surprised about how many people have not heard of them, and then you'll be surprised about how many people have. And then, but work from there. You know, would you be open to watching a 3-minute video? But I felt a little bit elusive, or like I was hiding something, and it wasn't coming. I wasn't feeling authentic, so it wasn't coming across as authentic. So I hit a lot of no's, which is fine. I'm going to hit that anyway. So I've been kind of dealing with a lot of no's and just kind of wrapping up those. But then I've got some people that are interested. And I've got one gal that she's like super interested, but she's broke. And so I'm trying to approach that. And she's like, I really hope I can get started in the middle of July. I've never met this person. This is somebody I cold prospected, and I have built up that relationship. And I've been talking to her for about a month. And then I've got another gal that she would like to know more, and she's local. And so I guess my whole point is be you. And as we were sitting there at convention, and I was kind of thinking through a lot of the wording, and a lot of the wording we were getting from Ray Higdon had to be very generic because they're training network marketing wide. So with Plexus, I really appreciated the scripts that we were getting as they were talking to us at convention, because I'm like, oh, I love that. Oh, that's very clear, because I want to be upfront, clear, and concise. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not ashamed of my product. I'm not ashamed of my company. So I want to make sure that I'm like, this is what my husband and I do. And if they have a problem with it, or I had one gal that I explained it to her, and she was like, let me just, like, this was huge to me. Okay, so this is how I want to read it to you straight, because it really meant a lot to me. And this was kind of the turning point for me to be like, okay, I need to be 110% authentic. So I said, my husband and I are full-time homeschooling parents, and we run a side gig, home-based health and wellness business. Our products are Plexus. Have you ever heard of them? I usually just share the video because it sums things up so well, but I'm happy to chat about it too. She didn't want to watch the video. She's like, I don't really watch videos. I'd rather chat about it. So I just said, no problem. I'll chat about it. She said, yes and no, I'm not interested. And it's nothing against you personally at all. You do it right by engaging with people and not just cold messaging the way most do. Honestly, this is the first time ever I have not got the same cold copy-paste message. But I had an experience with a crappy rep, and that just did it in for me. We do, however, use awesome supplements that are helping greatly. We get heart sound tests to check and see what we need, and what is improving. And I said, and so the reason The reason she is not going with Plexus is because she had a crappy rep. That cold messaged her, just copied and pasted. And there's nothing wrong with copy and pasting something that you've made your own. Like, you don't have to retype everything every single time. But the biggest takeaway from, they said it at convention, and I am definitely feeling it now and feeling it even stronger. Be authentic and be you. So take this as a launching board. This is a launching board to develop our scripts. So I said, I'm so sorry that was your experience, and I'm thankful you are on some great products and have something that works for you. And when I just, I'm passionate about gut health, and that's why I share. So it thrills me to know people are taking care of themselves. So just, I'm not going to push her. She knows what I do. And honestly, if she's ever interested in Plexus, I can guarantee you I'll be the first person she thinks of. Because now she's on my drip. So my drip is just people that they pop up in my reminders once a month, and I will go to their Facebook page and comment on something they've posted. And if they posted something, noteworthy or whatever, I might hop into a message real quick and say, hey, I loved your, post about your little girl. She looks like she was having a blast, or whatever. So that's drip, and that's just once a month. So biggest point here is these scripts are so great. So check out these scripts and use them. Dive in here. This was like one of my favorite. I think I read this last time. I'm really sorry I'm repeating myself, but I loved this no response. I loved the way that they handled it. So yeah, definitely dive in here, Ember. And I'm gonna I've actually got one, but I think I'm gonna look into printing these too, because they're just so great. Okay. Sampling system flyer. Oh, this was new. I don't think we touched on this. The sampling. Oh no, we did, didn't we? So the sampling system flyer, how to copy, where to go to get your product site, where you can send them wording and an exact link to your sampling. So this is so exciting. So yeah, definitely take advantage. And then just some more wording. So go through, like, you can literally just go through and read and let it just infiltrate your brain, so that you can just have launching pads to where the verbiage is more easy. And I believe that this is the verbiage that you can just copy. Yep, here we go. So it downloads automatically, and then you can copy straight from it. Oh, I think I have to do this like 900 times, and then it pops up. There it goes. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Trevor, stop, please. I'm so sorry. Okay, so anyway, you can copy and paste straight from here. So that's nice to have handy as well. Okay. All right, so sharing system done. Step 1, have you guys been able to go through any of these? Have you looked through them? Bill, have you been through the whole entire back office? Okay. Bill's just nodding his head. Yes, Iris, this is old news. So all of these are great, and all of these are helpful. Bill, what do you like to send? Have you been sending specific ones that you prefer? Let me unmute you. You have to unmute you. I can't unmute you because you muted yourself.
Okay. Yeah, and I couldn't, the button to unmute myself wouldn't come up. I have been handpicking based on my initial conversation.
Okay.
On what their needs were. So I've kind of been sending a whole variety of these.
Nice.
I don't want to get into a rut where I just send everybody one thing.
Yes.
Like and if it was somebody who really, right up front said, hey, I'm not interested in doing anything, but I'm interested in maybe the product, then, I found out what their needs were, whether, it was weight loss or, whatever it happened to be. And then I send them 1 or 2 of the product videos based on that.
Nice. Okay. I like that. And I mean, look at how many we have. We might as well, right? We have so many different, so I love that. That's a great takeaway. Don't get stuck on just 1 or 2 videos, like Bill said. Check out how many we have, and then, and that's another way that we are authentic. It's not just a copy paste and we're always sending this or that. But I love that, where we've actually thought about the conversation we've had with the person and we're sending what's relevant to them. So perfect. Okay, this one, so these, you know, we can go through and you guys can, I know I've watched all of them. So, and then we have the new active, the Get Active video, that's up here. And then Plex's Get Active How To, so that's up here too, so check those out. So step 2 is sharing. This is the one that I want to dive into this one next week. And I want to do it with, hopefully Tony and Mitzi can hop on here, because I would really like to just pause right here in this step 2 section and all of us for the next couple weeks work on our story and setting it up. And so that we can follow the instructions on tell your story training, tell your story with presentation slides, and just kind of take some time for us to tell our story. Now remember, this is going to be something fluid. We're going to continue to add to it as our story changes, but we need to get our story down. And I don't have my story down in this format, so I really want to utilize this tool. So I want to pause here. I want to dive into this when we can dive into it with Tony and Mitzi as well. And so we're going to wrap this up for tonight. Let me move. How do I? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Stop sharing. Yay. Ember, are you still with us? Yes, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you were still there or not. Okay, so any questions? Oh man, it's 8:53. How do I always do this, guys? I literally thought it was like, I don't know. Anyway, does anybody have any questions? Okay, awesome. Well, let's dive in again now that we've kind of worked through some of that twice, and we'll dive into the story part. And so if you've got some time this week, take a look at the story and the instructions on how to do that. And I really want to start getting my story together and start doing that. Thank you guys so much for your time. Oh, really quick, I will comment on, I can stop the recording. So I'm going to say bye-bye everybody watching the recording.